Hi guys and gals, welcome to T.A.B.Videos. Glad you could stop by. I'm going to do a little bit of an interesting video, or at least I hope it's interesting to you. It's called My Conceal Carry Journey. Back in, I think it was 2000, 2001, we became a shall issue state for CCW or CPL, whichever way you want to go. Well, a Democratic governor signed that bill, Jennifer Granholm. And I've been carrying ever since where it's legal to carry. But prior to that, you could get a carry concealed weapon, but it was restricted to hunting and target unless you really knew somebody. You know how that goes. And I always had a hunting and target prior to the current law that allows us CPLs. And the reason why they did it, hunting and target, not necessarily you needed it for hunting, but if you're out in the woods, I used to carry a 44 Magnum Ruger Super Blackhawk for hunting as a backup gun, and if it was close enough, I could take game with it. Now, as long as it's exposed, you didn't have anything to worry about. But if it was raining or anything like that, you had something to worry about, because then it was concealed. Or if a DNR officer come up on you, or a police officer, whoever. So I always had one of them, and back then you had to go before a gun review board, which I forget, county clerk's office, Michigan State Police Department, I think the prosecutor's office. They had to approve you for it, which wasn't no big deal for me anyway. I never had any problem. But then 2000, 2001 come in and we got the CPL. Well, my first carry gun was a Ruger P89 9mm. Pretty nice gun, heavy, but it would have done the job if I needed it. And then I progressed to an H&K USP Compact 40 S&W. I really thought that was a nice gun, but it was a piece of junk. I had hang-ups, misfires, and feeding problems. I tried different magazines. I tried everything. And that's why I've never had another H&K ever since. Then I went, now I can't give you the time frame. I'm just trying to give them to you in order because I'm getting old. My memory ain't as good as it used to be. Then I went to they had just come out with the Smith & Wesson M&P series, and I got the full size in 40 S&W. For some reason, I liked the 40 S&W, but I didn't like it wasn't that it was hurt, but it just wasn't comfortable to shoot. And then we went to the Springfield XD 9mm. That was a nice little gun. I carried that for quite a while. But then I got Sally, my range officer. Now I'm going to be putting some pictures up here to let you see a little bit about what I'm talking about. But it was just a little too heavy, just hard to, it being a full size, it worked, but it didn't work. And then I got me a Ruger LCR revolver. Carried that for quite a while. 38 Special. Nice little gun. 5-shot. Real light. Put it in a holster. I even made a Kydex holster for it. I got a video back in eons on the holster that I made for it. And that didn't quite, there wasn't enough firepower if you needed it. The revolver, a little bit slower to load. Then we got to Smith & Wesson come out with the Shield Gen 1. This was back 2018, 2019, somewhere in there. And I got that, and I carried that for a long time, till basically last year. Or maybe, last year. And 2 years ago, I bought the Ruger Max 380. And I carried that 20% of the time. I basically used that because it's small, it was compact. I used it for work, stuff like that. So that was one that I carried for a while until recently. Brings us to recently. And a lot of you know, I picked up the Smith & Wesson Shield X. Love this gun. I think it's 3.6-inch barrel, optics ready, tritium sights on it. It's really nice. Comes with a 10 and 13 round magazine. So that is my current. It brings us current. This is my current concealed pistol. And I really like it. It fits good. It's just a nice little gun. I'm going to lay that aside here because it's loaded. And that brings us to the evolution of my concealed carry. Now, there's other guns that I've carried, you know. I'm not going to go because I didn't carry them very long. It's like my CZ P07. I've carried that. Dagger. I've carried that a little bit, but nothing too much with that. But there you go. I just thought I would throw out this little evolution of my journey with CPL. If you want to comment to it, I appreciate your comments. So with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching. God bless America and our armed forces, past and present. We'll see you on the next video.